can kiss and can tell you. I need a girl who can kill for me, then go to hey yo. Are you? Don't ever tell nobody that I'm in love with you. I wish that you would tell them I don't wanna be with you. Don't ever tell nobody that I'm in love with you. Don't wanna tell your sister every little thing we do. Don't ever tell nobody that I'm in love with you. You got me acting like a bitch and acting like a fool. I'm just a part-time nigga, that's all. Are you toxic, toxic, toxic? Are you evil? Are you toxic, toxic, toxic? Are you tell me that you love me, then you say goodbye. You want to kill me, then you tell me that you want me now. I keep on telling you that I would never ever die. Say stop by saying I will never keep my pistol high. That's my protection, so I got to keep it by my side. You tell me that your baby daddy want to kill me now. You bust my windows when you met me at Kentucky Fried. I say you bust another window, bitch, you want to die. You scratch my car and I get thinking that shit is cute. I almost beat you down and treat you like a prostitute. I will not shoot, I will not kill, I will not get my gun. I think she pregnant with my son and that's my only son. But I still love you and I want to be with you for life. But you're not fit to be my girl or fit to be my wife. You like to fight, I like to smoke, you like to act a fool. You start to drinking and the devil has entered the room. Toxic, 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 toxic. Yeah, stop gambling. Stop gambling. Yeah. With your life, it's like dice. Should I put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight? I'm telling you the dice ain't right. The dice ain't right, not right. Should I put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight? I'm telling you the dice ain't right. The dice ain't right, not right. Took a chance in a dance, but you got caught slipping at a gas station by the white folks. And the niggas that you with, man, they ain't shit. When the bullets start popping, they some poor bitches. And that bitch you was with, yeah, she had a gun, didn't even shoot, but she the reason for the outcome. But you know how it go, when you poppin', boy, you better get the dropping, cause the niggas ain't stopping. You just a casualty of war, but don't nobody guess you was the reason that they found, boy. Never trust a big boy with a smile. With a smile is a frown turned upside down. Stop gambling with your life. It's like dice. Should I put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight? Should I put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight? I'm telling you the dice ain't right. The dice ain't right, not right. Took a chance on a nigga, but he ain't shit. He got a whole lot of money, but he ain't shit. He got a whole lot of bitch, but he ain't shit. He got a whole lot of cheering, but he ain't shit. All he had to do was tell you that he love you. Put the dick inside the gut and kiss it good before he fuck you. Don't call me when you wanna have a good time. Call me when you're going through a couple of hard times. Call me when you wanna get your hair done and your toes done. We can have a little bum bum. That's the deal, don't you never forget. Now you wanna change this to relationships. Stop gambling with your life. It's like dice. Should I put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight? Right. Should I put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight? No. Right. Put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. Not right. No. Should I put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight? I'm telling you the dice not right. Put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. Stop gambling with your life. Be careful what you ask for. Yeah, you got the money and the cars. But he might be the devil. Right.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We here. Tell your friends, tell your family to pray a specific prayer. Now, I chose to deviate from Genesis, but we'll be back. But I just wanted to let everybody know around the holidays, it's cold out there. And I know it's a lot of lonely people out there. And it's hard to do these things by yourself, But all you need to know is that you have shelter from the cold winds, from the hard rain, from the hot sun, and all of the elements that God sends our way. All we need is shelter. When it all boils down to it, shelter is the most essential necessity. If you had someone to pay for a house, whether it was a shack or a regular neighborhood type of house, and you never had to pay rent, your kids won't have to pay rent, and that's all you need to do is just find out how to provide for your own food and your clothes. But we provide you with shelter, that's all you need, right? Just like the penitentiary, but they at least feed you. But if you can't be a man or a woman and go out there and live off the land and find your own food, then that shelter you will die, but at least you would have shelter. Shelter is key and essential. So when somebody provides shelter, that is a godsend. What you have to do for your shelter is up to you. But if someone provides shelter, that is a godsend. The Bible emphasizes the importance of providing shelter for those in need. In Matthew 25:35 through 36, Jesus mentioned caring for the homeless, saying, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." This reflects a broader theme of compassion and hospitality towards those without housing or shelter. Shelter, basic necessities, survival. Now, so say somebody offers you a house for the rest of your life, for you, your kids, future family. It's up to you to take care of it, but it's yours. What else do you need? Food. What else do you need? Do you need transportation? No. You can walk. You have two legs. Remember before they made cars? What do you need besides shelter and food? Well, who's going to provide the food? You're going to starve to death, or you're going to leave your shelter and go out and work? You have shelter. What else do you need? A heartbeat. God said man is not meant to be alone. Everybody that's single around the holidays, we're going against God's will. If you haven't made up with your girl and you haven't made up with your guy, why don't you give it a try? Because you're living in a state of mind and a state of living that is not meant to be. We have natural enmity between each other by God. But we have to learn how to control our enmity, so we can survive. It's all about survival. We wear our rent on our clothes. We buy the name brands, and we expect that when all we need is shelter. Who are we trying to impress? You have a house. Why you want a bigger house? You got clothes. Why you just got to have the Jordans? You need a car. You got a car. Why you need a Mercedes truck? That's what you want. That's not what you need. All you need in life is shelter for your children or your family to survive the hard winds, the cold nights, the hot summer days, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the elements. Shelter. Call martial law. Everybody's secluded to their house, to their shelter. By you living in your mansion and me in my shack, the only difference is you have more room to do nothing in. But at least both of us have shelter from the rain, the snow, the heat, and the cold. Shelter. Nobody dies. You don't die in your mansion, I don't die in my cell, and he doesn't die in his apartment, and he doesn't die in his shack. Shelter. If you fuck up in life, you don't pay attention in school, now you're stuck depending on somebody else for shelter. You should pay them accordingly and be grateful that you have shelter. If you're living with somebody and you're not paying rent and you're not buying food, you are a burden. If you're still living with your mother and you're past the age of 18 and you know everything you need to know as far as you're calling yourself a man and a woman, you need to have your own shelter. If not, you need to help pay rent and buy food in the house. People that provide shelter should charge. Abraham wanted to bury his wife on his own land, and he still wanted to pay. They said, no, you're a prince, blessed by God. He said, no, I want to pay. To put my wife inside of a final resting place, which is still a shelter. Your casket is your shelter that protects you from the hard winds and the rain and the snow and the hot summer sun while you're underneath 6 feet deep. Some guys commit crimes and go to the penitentiary on purpose because they are weak in the mind and can't survive in the real world and need shelter. Some women do felonious things with men that they never would be with if they had money for shelter. Some men do felonious things with women when they have nowhere to go for shelter. People can lose their job after a sickness because they can't get to work and can't pay their bills, and now they are being evicted and are a terrible person and cross all their bridges, but now they need somewhere to stay, but they have nowhere to stay, so they have to go to a shelter. So many homeless people at night go to a shelter, but at a certain hour, The shelter is full and the doors are locked. So they have no shelter. So what do? They wrap up in the cold in plastic and blankets. And that blanket and that plastic is their shelter. You must be blessed just for having shelter. Whether you're in prison, the ghetto, a mansion, a shack, or a cell, it's all shelter. When you can't provide your own shelter, remember, whoever is providing your shelter, you must repay them accordingly. If you have ever lived with anybody, and now you have your own, and you never paid them back or helped them with rent or food, you must pay them back for the time they spent giving you shelter. People that don't appreciate this simple thing, which is bigger than life, are ungrateful. So if you have someone living with you today, let them hear this. I'm talking to you. Pay your way. If you don't have money, clean these people's houses. Cut their grass. Order some food. Go to the grocery store. Find someone that has food stamps so you can contribute. Find a job so you can be out of their way more often. By you working and them being at home, they hardly see you. You're not messing up their house. So when you come home, all you should use it for is shelter. Wash your ass. Go to sleep. And if they're cool with you, partake in all festivities of the house. But pay your way. No matter where you live, it can be a shack. Respect that shack. Respect the shelter until you can get your own. Living above your means will eventually be your downfall. You can't live in a mansion when you only have apartment money. You can't live in a house when you only have apartment money. When you have apartment money, it's still hard because you have habits. You have spending habits that have been drilled into you as little children. You have been grown up to expect a gift on December 25th until the day you die. If you're with a significant other that is struggling at work, he breaks his back or she breaks her back to buy gifts for a man-made holiday that was created with the intentions of religion, but has been woven into a money scheme. I participate, but I don't celebrate, only because I don't want to let the family down. So you have to know that this is the time for gathering. So meet your family, participate. Don't live above your means. People commit crimes every day because they feel they need more than what they need. But all you need is shelter. Yeah, you living hard. You sick of your house. It's breaking down on you. Toilet fucked up. It's small. But you're not wrapped in plastic in a blanket. You're not in that final shelter, the casket, are you? Why you broke up with your nigga? And why did you break up with your girl? You broke up with your girl because it's the holidays and you couldn't afford a gift, huh? Or maybe she chose up on somebody that could buy more gifts and better extravagant gifts because she's pretty. Why you break up with your nigga? He was cheating? Hmm? Y'all live together, huh? You kicked him out? And you finna get you a new boyfriend, huh? Someone that gonna cheat on you again too, huh? It's your house. You have shelter. You can do that. You can make those decisions. But I remember in the beginning of the video saying that you need a heartbeat inside your shelter with you. All your kids are your heartbeat. True. And loneliness. You have a job. You are a helper. Man is not meant to be alone. It's only a few of us on earth. There's more women than there are men. Do the math. In Georgia, it's 20-1. How can there be 20-1 women to men and everybody has a boyfriend and a girlfriend to their self? It's just not meant to be. Or is it? Because I know in the Bible the prophets had many wives that hold different positions. But that's neither here nor there. He provided them shelter. If you're a boss lady, you have the money bag, you have the power to have your own shelter and provide your own shelter. But your job is incomplete because you are meant to be with who? A man. You are a helper. There's too many and too few of us. Why is there more women than men? It's been like that for a long time. But you know how it started. It was starting with all men on the earth, from Adam to Seth. Not Adam and Eve. I mean Adam and Eve. And they had Cain and Abel. Cain kills Abel. Then they had Seth. And they had many men before they had women. And then once the women started being born, the population grew. And as it grew, the women are being more than men. But God say man is not meant to be alone. And the reason he made the beast of the earth and the woman is because he seen that man was not meant to be alone. So he made woman. God said man is not meant to be alone. It is not good for a man to be alone. So he made the beast of the earth, the birds in the air, and then he made the woman. That is what he made her for, because God said man is not meant to be alone. So he made woman. If you don't want to believe it, cool. It's not up for a debate for me. So nobody should be lonely, especially around the holidays. But especially a man, more so than a woman, because God say man is not meant to be alone. So therefore I will make him a helper. And that is the reason he made woman, because we are incomplete without you. And you are incomplete without us. But it's just so many of you out there. Somebody's going to lose out. If I have 10 presents and there's 12 children, 2 of those children will miss out. What should I do? They have to share the toys. Merry Christmas. And have a happy New Year. I'll be live because I'm about to get on the road and drive to Florida. So pray for me that I make it to the destination safe. And that is a specific prayer. Y'all have a happy holidays and stay safe inside your shelter. Hit the like button. hit the share, hit the subscribe. Cash App PARTTWICE, you know the vibe. The most shadow band man on YouTube.
Nice tonight. What? Should I put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight? I'm telling you the dice ain't right. The dice ain't right. Not right. What? Took a chance on a nigga, but he ain't shit. He got a whole lot of money, but he ain't shit. He got a whole lot of bitch, but he ain't shit. He got a whole lot of cheering, but he ain't shit. All he had to do was tell you that he love you. Put the dick inside the gut and kiss it good before he fuck you. Don't call me when you wanna have a good time. Call me when you're going through a couple of hard times. Call me when you wanna get your hair done and your toes done. We can have a little fun. That's the deal, don't you never forget. Now you wanna change this to relationships. Stop gambling with your life. It's like dice. Should've put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. Right. Should've put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. Telling you the dice, right? Put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. Not right. Should've put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. Telling you the dice not right. Put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. Not right. Stop gambling. Should've put your motherfucking fingers with your life. It's like dice. Should've put your motherfucking fingers on the dice not right. Not right. The dice not right. The dice ain't right. Not right. Should've put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. I'm telling you the dice ain't right. Your motherfucking fingers on the dice ain't right. Not right. Should've put your motherfucking like gambling with your life. Be careful what you ask for. Put your motherfucking fingers on the dice tonight. Yeah, you got the money and the cars. Should've put your motherfucking